up, though? This is the FreeGame Producer Podcast. My name is Brian Andre, and I got the super producer, the multi-platinum producer, the big homie Will Power in the building. What up, homeboy?
What it do? We back.
We back, you know what I'm saying? Blessed to be here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank everybody that checked out our episode with Super Mario.
Yeah.
That just dropped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dope, man. A great comeback show, man. We, partnered with Airbit, and they put it up on the site, and it's looking crazy.
Now, so basically, you might have saw the last episode and wondering, what's all this going on? You know, we want to just make sure we officially let y'all know we have partnered with Airbit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make some noise for that. You know? And Airbit is a leading marketplace for beats. You know what I'm saying? For producers to come sell their beats. So let's just talk about that, man. A new partnership.
Yeah, man. We've talked about this many times on the show, man, about, companies who create these platforms for producers to sell beats and, to kind of make a business for themselves. And, historically, most old school producers, people who've been in the business a long time, people who, like to live in the world of getting paid big money for a placement or whatever, a lot of people were really against it at first. But, after, researching it and just kind of seeing that the climate has changed for producers, I've come to terms with the idea of it being a really lucrative way to brand yourself and make a business as a producer. And what I'm loving about it, being that this is a producers podcast, like we show interest in everything that has to do with producers.
Absolutely.
Gaining, having financial gain, having, exposure being gained, all kinds of things like that. And, this is one of those things. It's like, it's just really dope that it's a way for a producer to be able to post something and immediately start earning and doing what they do. Yeah. But the real cool part about this is, we got hit up, one of the brand ambassadors for Airbit is a producer named Sick With It.
Yep.
Everybody knows Sick With It. He's the homie, man. He's most known for like going out here and killing everybody on the beat battle scene, man. And then he started working with like Snow the Product.
He did double XL freshman beats for like in 2017, I think.
Yeah, super fire, man. But most importantly, just a really good, genuine dude.
Great guy.
And so he came on the show. I can't remember what episode he came on with us. And we joke about it all the time because, man, as we were doing the podcast, we do it strictly out of love. We didn't really have any like business agenda for it.
Right.
And so, sometimes the sound was bad. Sometimes it was whatever when we were doing it, but we were really trying to just make sure the information was right and we just having a good time.
For sure.
But he brought this, to us and thought that it would be a great idea, to ramp up what we're doing and try to drive it to the public, in a super professional way. And what better way to do this than to do it with Airbit.
Yep.
And so, he goes and introduces me to Wasim.
The homie Wasim.
Oh man, the homie. Wasim is just a huge
great
music,
guy.
Huge music lover, creator. You know what I'm saying? Loves what music production is in the world of it. And he's got this amazing history of how he created this platform.
Yeah.
And he just turned it into what it is now. And so I'm just honored to be a part of growing that brand as well as, growing the FreeGame producer.
For sure.
brand.
It's an honor and a privilege to be on there. So we just want all y'all to know, man, that like we with Airbit, what I'm saying? Check out Airbit.
Yeah.
All of our show notes have all the information. You got free codes to get like discounts on the different platforms. So go ahead and sign up for Airbit, man. We Airbit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. FreeGame podcast, you understand me?
So what's been up with you, man? What's been popping, man? What's up with Mr. Andre?
Blessing, man. I've been working with this artist, IMTK Peso out of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And now I officially started to manage him about a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So he about to come back down here to Atlanta. We got that going on. Me and my guy Steve Keys, my production partner, got a lot of good stuff cooking,
Steve,
man.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to give you props on that, man, because we've been friends a long time, man. And just the way our relationship has grown, it's been fun to watch you just kind of step into these different roles as a music entrepreneur and flip it. For those who don't know much about our relationship, when I first met you, it was like at an iStandard event or something at
it was a beat camp.
Yeah, beat camp, but like SAE or something. We, exchanged numbers, and before you knew it, you came and like Brian is a serial entrepreneur. So he had a thriving business. He's got like a couple of degrees from college, man. He's done some really great things in life. And when he came to me, he was so like passionate about getting into the music business that like he took an internship with me. Like we're talking about a guy who's got like degrees in like marketing and shit like that, like knows what's up. And was actually, I think he was in school then too at SAE,
I was finishing SAE, yeah.
A whole nother degree that he was out here earning. And then, but the only thing that I could really offer him at the time was like a non-paid like position with me.
Damn near full time, damn near.
Yeah, it was, and it not damn near, it was full time, bro. Like I tricked you on that one.
It was dope though.
We was killing it. But so Brian comes in, man, and he like rocks with me and then like completely opened me up to like the whole world of marketing music and trying to turn your company into a bigger thing. Fast forward, man, we just became really good friends. Sure. I mean, you've been a part of me opening in a business and you've been a part of that business failing and me having to close it. I'll never forget that day we closed one of our studios and like me and you had to like load the truck up with all the equipment, dog. Yeah. Like saddest day of my life.
Oh man, that was a trip.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine that from my standpoint, being like the guy that like brought a guy on, he interned with me, we worked super hard, we did some great things, but we couldn't pay the rent.
But see, look, check it out though.
Hey, he told me stop playing.
No, but listen, I knew it wasn't over then though. I knew it was just gonna be a transitional period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew because then we started the podcast out of your house.
We started it out.
You never built it at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is facts, man. So yeah, man, I just want to shout you out on that, man, because when you came to me and said, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing production again and getting into it," and then I started getting you guys started coming in and being in the studio starting at 9 p.m. and leaving at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, he pretty serious about this shit. So shout out to Steve Keys too, man, for like motivating you and like, inspiring you to want to get back into production.
Thank you, man. Yeah. So that's what I've been. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's dope. And so Peso, let's talk about this guy because I know he's dope.
He's super dope, man. To me, he's Detroit hip hop is kind of like blowing up now the past few years. You know what I'm saying? I met Peso about 2-3 years ago through my cousin. And he kind of didn't trust me then, but I kind of got to know him. But he's one of the hottest talent-wise artists in Detroit that hasn't really blown up yet.
Oh, yeah.
He's like got beats with Helliva, one of the top guys in Detroit. He's got songs with these guys, but he's never really blew up yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I can kind of step in there. But he's super talented though, amazing artist, man.
Yeah.
You hear a lot from him though.
That's dope, man.
He was in here last year.
I remember meeting him, but I know he was kind of in transition at the time, so I just remember seeing him in the studio a few times.
So it's a full-time thing. I'm officially managing him now. Before it was kind of like filling each other out, but now it's official. So
that's really dope.
Kill shit out here, man.
Well, lots going on, man. We killing it right now. We are over here at Bandwidth. Essentially, man, we've been working on like several projects.
I see,
bro. We've been in the studio like I know just this past week has been like 5 or 6, 19, 19-hour days.
Crazy.
We got all our engineers on rotation, all the producers on rotation. Studio time is booking, so it's going really well. But I'm super excited to talk about the fact that like I'm working with this artist Cody Shane, who's like a really dope, female artist out here in Atlanta that's like buzzing. And like recently she just had like a really dope Sprite commercial, and you know how Atlanta is though, bro. It's like you start out here and you like kind of buzzing in the streets, then all of a sudden you hot in the streets, and then all of a sudden you're on, and then all of a sudden you're like a worldwide phenomenon.
Yep.
And I think she's seconds away from being that regardless. So
nice.
But I was really lucky to be able to catch an opportunity to get in with her. We got a lot of work off on that, man, and it's just super dope to see the energy. And we're the studio's really new. So she's really like one of the first major plays that we've been working on. We also got in with Bobby Sessions.
Oh,
which
I'm
fired up.
One of the dope new Def Jam artists, man.
Yeah, dope new Def Jam artist. He's out of Dallas, I believe. So super firework on that joint. Alex Harris.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So this kid is
got
from
the young guns in here.
Oh bro, the young guns. And like I just want to speak to that. And the only reason I'm even bringing it up is not to like kind of talk about what I'm doing, because that's not really important to me. But
it's important to the audience to know what you're doing.
Yeah, but for me it's more like from a production standpoint. Sure. It's like people. Because people want to know all the time, how do you get on like a Rihanna's album, or how do you make it on the Drake's album, or all these different things, But the truth is,
I know
man,
where you're going with this.
as a producer, man, like if you ever want to get some work done, man, sometimes you got to start out with the people that aren't quite the household names yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you still can be selective in making sure that whoever you're working with has some value in the work, because most likely there's no budget involved. Most likely there's no it's a lot of things that just aren't in place sometimes for new artists. You know what I'm saying? But if you can somehow or another see the value in it, and when I say that, look at all things. Like sometimes I look at stuff like, how good is their manager? Who's managing them? You know, if you got this new kid that nobody knows, but the manager is like, damn, he's already broke like 7 great artists out here. It's like, okay, that's something you might want to leverage and go ahead and do the work. Exactly. Knock it out, try to make a relationship out of it, get it popping.
Free gang.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's buzz. Sometimes you look at an artist and you might be thinking to yourself like, I don't know what to do with this. I ain't gonna get paid, but they got like 100,000 followers, or they got a really unique 10,000 followers, or even 2,000, but those 2,000 are so engaged. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be able to like think about it from a leverage standpoint, like what that means to you as a producer and why you should take those jobs. So I'm super excited about.
Let's kind of briefly talk about it for a quick second, though, because you mentioned something important there. Like we advocate getting paid, right?
Yeah.
But obviously there are some times where it might be worth it to just kind of do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have.
And but the key is knowing though, because you don't want to be. My thing is say sucker free artist, and don't be no sucker.
Oh
right?
Yeah, never.
But it's a fine line though, and
it's a fine line.
Knowing that can determine your success.
Yeah, but you know what? First off, you don't know what the future holds. So doing it for free doesn't mean it's even going to pay off. But like we're talking about now, it's about leveraging your opportunities. Okay. So I start over every time. I could get a placement today and tomorrow I'm starting over. It doesn't matter. When I walk in a room with somebody, I already come in a serving place. It's like service first. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just want the person to feel like I'm here for them. Yeah. And whatever that means, we're going to do that first. And then when it's time to, to talk about where I'm supposed to get what I get in return, then there's certainly time for that conversation. But it's really hard for a person to sit here and talk about internships. So let's just take my own business for instance. In order to be a young music entrepreneur and to try to get in over here at Bandwidth, there's an entry level. Facts. And that entry level is interning. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go get sandwiches, you're going to sweep, you're going to do dishes, you're going to serve coffee, whatever. You feel me? And the same thing goes for me as a producer, though. Because even as big a producer as I am or not, doesn't matter. It's relative.
No, you are. Multi-platinum.
I still go into a situation ready to serve first.
Yeah.
So that means I might be coming in here to work for free. Even now. Like my checks don't just be waiting at the door with a check, bro. It don't happen that way. Right. You feel me? So it feels good to know that you're supposed to walk in with love for the music, with a real agenda to try to make something great, and to have an understanding of what that is first, bro, you gonna get paid. Like if you just doing fly shit and it's jamming and you like on your shit, eventually the pay part is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So if money is an issue though, as a producer, then get a part-time job, bro. Right, just have that so you don't have to die out here. Like go to work. But on your days off and your minutes off and your hours off, if you ain't in somebody's studio or you ain't in headphones somewhere.
Yeah. I always advocate multiple streams of income too. I always do. You know what I'm saying? Side hustles. The internet is like wide open. It made it so easy for you to just make money off stuff, flipping stuff. You know what I'm saying? Retail arbitrage. That's what I do. I've been flipping sneakers for just the last 8-9 years.
You call it retail arbitrage? What is it?
No, it's a term. See, it's funny. I didn't even know this term existed, but it's called retail arbitrage. And basically, it's just like finding things that's in retail, whether it be through thrift stores or brand new out of department stores or outlets, finding it and selling it at a profit, reselling it. Because here's the thing: somebody may be in Washington State, for example, right? But the Jordans that's down at the outlet up there in Woodstock might not be available to them. I can go buy them, put them on eBay or Poshmark, my favorite new thing now, but Poshmark, and sell it to them.
Yeah.
At like a price that's low for them, but higher for me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing that for 9 years.
That's crazy. My daughter did everything I asked her to do. She graduated. She went to school, And then she told me, so I'm done doing what you asked me to do. Now I'm gonna do my thing. And I'm like, well, what is that? So she has this Depop page or something where essentially they go buy clothes and they flip them. And I'm like, that's what's up.
That's a whole market.
It's a whole market. And like, so I got one daughter who, works really hard. She goes to school and she's got a regular job. Then I got my other daughter who just flips clothes and she's making the same money. I'm like, you might want to get to flipping some clothes, player.
It's real. People have written, I'm thinking about writing a book about it because people have written books about it. They got courses on it.
Man, listen, Gary Vee is out here getting it all the way off because he's introducing or just making awareness to a simple way to like create income for yourself.
Yeah.
But I agree, man. Listen, bro, I have no remorse for people producers in general who cry about being broke and they can't do this, that, and the third. I know that
there's
the reason why people aren't getting some source of money is because they're either not researching and just educating themselves on it, or they're just flat out lazy.
Listen, if you live in the big city, man, if you really trying to eat, once you clock out, at night you can get the Postmates app.
Come on.
Overnight, just do some deliveries, man. On Postmates.
Bro, listen, Uber has changed the game. So there's no, well, some of us can't Uber. Driver's licenses and shit like that gotta be.
I'm just saying there's ways to like make it, And shout out to Rick Ross, man. I just read his book Hurricanes, man, over the last weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's a great book, man. But he talked about in his book about how he was just out here hustling while he was pursuing his music, getting money, however. And it's just like, come on, man. If you're really serious, man, like, you can make it. You know what I'm saying?
Who's coming to A3C, man?
Oh, man, a lot of people, man. A lot of people. A3C is one of the dopest, to me, one of the dopest underground hip-hop platforms. But you got, like, everybody from T.I., Charlamagne.
It's not about to be underground much longer, man. There's a space out here in Atlanta called the Gathering Spot, which I kind of think it's a membership type of thing. I'm not really sure what it is, so don't quote me on what it is. But it's a really cool organization of, like, entrepreneurs, culturally.
I'm just reading on their website right now. Apparently, 2 Chainz is right on what 2 Chainz has bought into the.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I've been friends with Mike, who runs the thing. He's been running it. He's been running it for a long time, probably since the inception of it. However, it looks like they're getting ready to grow it, man, and it's starting to look more like, these.
Big
conferences and festivals and things like that. So shout out to A3C, man. Maybe this year we'll be out there. I don't know. I got
Peso on there. I got him on a couple showcases already.
Well, I'll be out there working as a producer, but I'm speaking from the podcast standpoint. Like, maybe we can try to make some arrangements to do some cool stuff.
Yeah,
y'all stay tuned.
We got some ambitions. We talked about it off camera. But you got this year E40, Charlamagne the God, Lenny S, Gary V gonna be at A3C. T.I., Megan Thee Stallion, Yasin Bey, Lil Key, Michael made it, YG, DJ Quick, Kevin Lyles, Amber Grimes. I can just keep going on and on, man. Just Blaze, Cortez Bryant. And it's cool because a lot of these names are Rakim, a lot of these names are like commercial artists, hip hop legends, media personalities. It's a lot of stuff, cool stuff going on at A3C, Absolutely. Man. So I'm gonna be running around there, man.
I'm taking this opportunity to announce officially that we are doing a bandwidth block party out here at the facility on the 12th of October, which is during A3C. Huge stage, huge event. We got Cody Shane says she's gonna come do the show with us, so it's gonna be insane. Alex Harris is coming. Josh Waters is coming. We're gonna actually make a big deal for his. This will be his like official presentation.
Nice.
To Atlanta.
Nice.
We've been working on his album, man, for like.
I've been hearing it.
Oh, it's crazy.
Shout out to Josh Waters, man. That's a cool dude, man. Yeah. I just want to say for the record, from my standpoint, that like he a real one. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that because a lot of times, man. A lot of these jokers, man, be fun. But Josh is a cool good guy,
he's solid dude, man. Yeah. So Josh is going to be there, man. And then I've got like a roster of new artists that I'm working with. Scott Morales is going to make an appearance out there. It's going to be crazy, man. So we're essentially like going to completely redo the back.
Nice.
We got like a half an acre of land in the back. So we're going to completely redo it, put up like a 30-foot by 20-foot stage. It's like a huge stage.
Nice. I've been wanting that for the longest.
Big sound system. It's gonna be nuts. So
I've been wanting it.
Any one of y'all that's coming down to A3C, Stay for that. Sure. There will be a RSVP link somewhere on like my social medias and other stuff like that. I don't know. Hopefully we can get Airbit to come out, and be a part of this with us.
For sure.
This will be super dope. It'll be really fly. In fact, we might even see it might not be a bad idea to do a podcast on the stage that day. That could be. Yeah. What you think about that there, Mr. Ryan?
Sounds like a good idea, sir.
Hey.
Ryan, first time on the microphone with the FreeGame podcast. You understand me?
Yeah, so I do want to shout out, our producers on the show, man. It's a brother combo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Brian and Ryan in this thing, you know what I'm saying? So
we up in this bit like
hey.
And that's not my brother, by the way. It's our videographer named Brian as well. So
yo, welcome to the brothers, man. Thank y'all. This show is becoming such a great thing, and I know it's really because y'all are doing the work.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But, man, super shout out to Airbit. We back in this thing, man. The FreeGame podcast is live.
It's crazy, man. We had a dope interview today, man, with like one of the dopest, most relevant producers from Memphis, but
huge
basically
fan. I'm a huge
down south,
fan.
man. From like, I don't know, man, the mid 2000s up until now, he kind of like was right in the thick of things, man. I'm talking about producing like what, No Hands. I'm just going off my head. I Am, Rick Ross, man. A lot of Gucci, man.
Yeah.
T.I., you know what I'm saying? A lot of T.I.'s records, man. Just like a who's who in like hip hop, man.
Yeah.
He's a very dope producer.
And he's from like a really rich town of like music history.
Memphis,
he's from Memphis, man.
Yeah.
And so he's got his hands in a lot of things, man, and he's like
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got a dope store down here in Atlanta. He'll tell you all about that, though, man. We got Drumma Boy Fresh on the podcast today. You know what I'm saying?
Track, bitch.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Airbit FreeGame podcast. You feel me? Welcome back to the FreeGame Producer Podcast. I'm Brian Andre with Willpower, and we got a very, very special guest, a multi-platinum producer, a Grammy-nominated producer. Let me just list off some of these big hits he had. No Hands, Wacka Flocka, featuring Roscoe Dash and Wale. Money to Blow, Birdman and Lil Wayne. One of my favorite records ever, Here I Am, with Rick Ross and Nelly.
Yeah.
Look at My Dad, Migos, 2 Chainz, Riding Around, and I'm Spend It.
Yeah.
Lost Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah.
T.I. and Usher, Your Life, My Entertainment. You Ain't Missing Nothing, T.I. Shorty with Plies and T-Pain. That's How I Feel with Young Dolph and Gucci.
Great day.
Young Jeezy, I Put On.
Come on,
Kanye.
man.
You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite producers. We got Drumma Boy in the building. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Listen to the track, bitch.
What's happening, man?
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, brother, man. Thank you for, giving us your time today, man. We really just want to get right into it, man. You've got an amazing career. We just want to talk to you about it, man. Find out what's been going on. Find out a little bit about what you've been through, who you are. Let's get right to it.
Yeah, one thing that I found out in researching that you were very musically inclined as a child. You were classically trained, I believe.
Yeah, my pop was in the orchestra and my mom was in the opera. You know what I mean? So it kind of, gave me a little different edge, I'd say, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Memphis.
Yeah, and being from Memphis with, I think of Stack Records with the Isaac Hayeses of the world. Like, what were your influences musically growing up?
Oh man, I say growing up, my big bro, Insane Wayne, R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre, Puffy. You know what I'm saying? On the rap tip, what motivated me was Snoop and Warren G. You know what I mean? Like Regulators was like. That was the first. I was like, oh man, like that was like one of the first songs I just memorized like naturally, word for word. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's what kind of inspired the picking up the pen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the music side, of course, Big Bro, Quincy, Slice T, legendary producer out of Memphis. Carlos Brody, legendary producer out of Memphis.
Crazy.
Member of the Hitmen. All these guys was like my brother's best friend. You know what I'm saying? Jazzy Faye. Legendary producer out of Memphis.
Yeah.
So a lot of them guys kind of, you know what I'm saying, just gave me the torch in a sense. It was like, man, this cat got the training, he got the theory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he got the street edge. Like my whole thing coming out of Memphis, like 10, 11, like from a young age was you gonna respect me.
Come on.
I don't give a fuck about no money, about none of that. I ain't, you know what I mean? I kept hearing money, power, respect, money, power, respect. Well, I'm like, my nigga, you gonna respect me first. Give me the respect.
Right.
Then give me the money. Then you ain't gonna pay nobody. Like how we come from in the street, like I'm not paying nobody I don't respect.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't respect you, I'm not gonna pay you. We gonna use you for what you do, and then nigga, okay, appreciate it, nigga. Bye.
Free game.
Thank you,
game.
nigga.
Yeah.
Go ahead on, and if you want to issue, that's on you.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I think it's dope that you're saying that, because the respect that like I have for you, and I know others do, comes from meeting you early, like around 2007, maybe 2008 in Atlanta.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, man, but when you first started getting out here and grinding and getting your hustle on, you know what I'm saying? I want to say you used to have like a black maybe
Black
an SUV. Was it? I remember an SUV too though.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you have like a?
I had a Denali. It was a great Denali.
Boy, look, man. I used to kind of hang out, you know, over in the like Howard Mill area, man. And when he was coming up, like I just used to see his truck all the time, moving all around in that area, man. Every studio that I would pull up to, his truck would be there. It's like, you know, when you trying to get on, man, you know, getting on is a process. And so it was really about hustling and getting and being in all the right places. And that's how I remember you, man. Like when I first got to Atlanta in like 2005, we had like a little TV show or some bullshit we was doing back then. And I had hit you up one time. You took your time out, man, and met me at like I think it was a Cracker Barrel. You came and sat down with me, dog, and was like, I just got out here to the A. You know, you had been coming to the A, but you had just kind of like, it seemed like you had just kind of made the move.
Right.
And we had a good conversation about it. And at the time, even then you believed in like promoting yourself and really hustling and going and getting it, not waiting on nobody to give it to you. That was then. And so I looked a few years later, I just started seeing big records start happening, and even bigger records start happening. And then, you know, all the way up to now, man, where it's like, yo, you are a world-renowned, multi-platinum super producer, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that came from, you know, I respect that, because I know what you went through to get to that. You know what I'm saying?
It's day by day, trial and error, man. You know, I tell people all the time, make some money with the people around you.
Come on.
Smart. Free game.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's at that particular time, there were no Drakes, no Future, no Janae Aiko's and Ella Mays and whatnot. And at that particular time, it was about making the names around you famous. Like that's what I did in Memphis. You know what I mean? And even though I got, like, it's crazy because I was in the middle of the two, right? So I'm respected by the OGs. So because of my older brother, I'm on Tila album. I wasn't on Tila album because of just me. That's big bro.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, this is what I'm working on. That's a 15-year difference.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I make music that is music, so it applies to any and every age.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when you make music from scratch, it ain't no time on it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me to be on Tila album at 15, 16, these folks paying me $2,500 a track. That's the fee my brother was getting.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For me to get a phone call from Pastor Troy, like, hey man, I need some beats, man. If I rap, Pastor Troy rapped on 3 of my beats. I did some beats from some cats in Chicago, did some beats for some independents in North Carolina, did some beats for some independents in Florida. Each one of them independents had bought verses from Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy ended up rapping on my beat from each 3 of them cities.
Wow, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
The hustle was so wide. It was like, did he
like,
know
God
that?
Damn it. He was like, man, if I rap on another Drumma Boy beat, I ain't even met you, man. When can you come to Atlanta? That's why he was like, I got this 8,000 for you.
Come on.
That's 4,000 a track. I'm 19. Yeah. When the album come out, Pop That Pussy, make them get that money right. Make them get that money right. This is a strip club anthem, my nigga. I'm 20. Yeah. I ain't even able to get in the strip club.
You can't even go to the club. Yeah,
you know
that's crazy.
Saying?
How did you put yourself out there to meet people in North Carolina, Chicago?
It's independence. So these are people who nobody knows.
Yeah, and
you know
and I know
saying?
back
and
then
they knew me just on the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, because the internet wasn't popping like it is now. Not then. You know what I'm saying?
We had MySpace and we had flyers.
Wow,
I had physical flyers in the street, and I would pass out flyers in beauty salons and barbershops. malls. Same strategy I did when I sold up Memphis. This how I met Yo Gotti.
I was gonna ask you that. Yeah.
This how I met 8 Ball and MJG. This how I met 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
My older brother was cutting hair at one of the top barbershops in Memphis called Dynasty One. 3 6 Mafia, Juicy J, all these cats. That's why they get their hair cut. You see what I'm saying? I'm in there. They got a nail salon. They got the barbershop. So you got all the baddest chicks coming through that motherfucker. You got all of the top niggas coming and getting chopped up, getting fresh for the weekend, getting fresh for the clubs, the concerts, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So the top, everybody coming through. And when I passed out them flyers, I put my number on them. I put my resume on there. These are the songs I did for Gotti. These are the songs I did for Tila. These are the songs I did for Gangsta Boot, 3 6 Mafia. So people in the local environment, oh, damn, you did that. Shit, I want to be. Oh, you did that. Oh, I want to be.
There it is.
When I did That's What's Up for Yo Gotti, pop your collar, then you holler, that's what's up. What up, drummer? Hey, what up, mama? Hey.
That's
like,
fine,
that was
dog.
you know what I'm saying? Huge street
right
club
now,
anthem. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really put me in position. And then Pastor Troy, this the fucking flagship of Georgia.
Yes.
This the brand ambassador for Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pastor Troy, he calling me like I need 2 tracks on the album. Bam. Now I'm on with the strippers. I got the strip club anthem. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even old enough to get in there. I don't even understand. Women are already requesting my music on their sets locally. Like, you don't know, boo. You need to come in here with like a little 200-300 and just make it rain, baby. It's a New Orleans chick telling me to come into the Atlanta trap and goddamn fuck with her. Throw a couple hundred and woo, woo, woo. That's why I learned, damn, tipping the women for the appreciation for the music.
Yeah.
So you be like, damn, why you always in the? My ex-girl used to ask me, why you always in the strip club and then woo, paying my tithe.
That's right, man.
Paying my tithe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think I heard you in an interview saying that you would go to the strip clubs, and even when you couldn't afford to get in, you would just hang out outside and network with the rappers when they come in and out.
Absolutely, pass the flyers out, man. These the songs
free
I
game.
did. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for the strippers. Oh, you Drumma Boy. Oh, they played your song in there 7-8 times.
Yeah. That's
you know
crazy,
what I mean?
man.
And then she'll bump me into the D-boys or the dope boys. Woo, 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 man.
That's crazy.
You don't know Jeezy? You never heard of Gucci, man? And this was bubbling at the time. And it's like, man, you need to know these 2 cats. And I made sure I knew Jeezy. I made sure I knew Gucci.
Yeah.
And those are relationships that I built and branded. I remember meeting Greg Street outside the strip club and shaking his hand, dapping up. Greg, man, I hear you on the radio all the time, man. Good to meet you, man. Da, 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 da. I remember waiting outside the radio station. Jazzy, I ain't got your number, man. I lost your number. He coming out the radio show. Hey, man, take my number. Meet me at the club tonight.
Yeah.
And that night I meet CeeLo and Big Boy and Outkast and Jason Jeter. And that's how I got the plug with Jason Jeter to even play beats for Tip before I'm Serious even came out. You know what I mean? And it's, man, Tip album release party, another album release party, the I Am King come out, Urban Legend come out, all the album. I finally make Paper Trail.
Yeah. You killed it on there too.
What up?
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
My favorite song on that album was You Ain't Missing Nothing. That was such a musical. You had the saxophone on there. Like,
man,
talk about that record. That's a crazy record.
You Ain't Missing Nothing is so special to me. You know why?
Yeah.
This is the first song. Actually, to take it back, this particular You Ain't Missing Nothing beat I sent to R. Kelly 6 months prior to Paper Trail coming out.
Wow.
So when you listen to the beat, go listen to Whitney Houston album.
Mm-hmm.
R. Kelly calls me out the blue and says, hey, man, you know you got Whitney Houston single.
Wow.
I said, man, for real, dog, man, my mama gonna go crazy, man. Hey, man, R. Kelly, man, hey, play it for me. Let me hear what beat it is. When I hear the beat, mind you, this is 3 months after Paper Trail came out. I hear the beat and I'm like,
oh, it's the raw. You can't do that too.
I said, damn, R. Kelly, you ain't a fan of T.I.? You ain't listen to T.I. album? We dropped that 6 months ago. I sent that to you 8 months or 9 months ago.
Yeah.
At that particular time. So I'm like, that beat is sold.
Dang. It's out.
So it's out. So R. Kelly tells me, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Whitney Houston, she told me this was her favorite song she ever recorded in her life.
Oh my God, bro.
I swear on my brother's grave, on my brother's body, on my brother's kids, on my brother's family, on my own family, on my future kids. R. Kelly tells me this is Whitney Houston's favorite song to life.
Incredible.
Crazy.
So I tell R. Kelly, I said, well, I have a live band. I'm like the young Quincy Jones. I can remake anything. I said, give me a chance at remaking the music and creating something from scratch.
Come on.
R. Kelly disappears. 3 months later, Whitney Houston album comes out. Go listen to T.I. You Ain't Missing Nothing. Go listen to Whitney Houston, Salute You. Or Salute. Just go listen to Whitney Houston's most recent album.
Definitely gonna check this out. This crazy.
And Whitney album did 3 million copies. So technically this would be my first female plaque. Cause I ain't got no female plaque yet. All I got is young brothers, which I'm thankful for. I got a lot of young brothers on the wall.
Right.
From G.I. to T.I. to Jeezy to T.I. to everybody. Money to Blow. To August Alsina.
Facts.
Nicki Minaj is the only female because she was on one of the records that went gold.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my first platinum plaque.
Yeah.
It's Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Rest in
But
peace.
what R. Kelly do? R. Kelly choose to replay my music with his band, put his name on it, and it's the same exact motherfucking track.
Damn.
So I express my frustration to say, I'm not the nigga to fuck, because the bitch Karma is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now you look at my life.
Yeah. And look at that.
Now look at R. Kelly's life.
Yeah, he ain't getting out no time soon.
Yo.
I don't even want the money, man. I got Whitney's spirit.
Yeah.
Raining and
Amen.
sprinkling
Come
joy
on,
on
man.
me, man.
That's
you
what I'm
think she
talking
don't
about,
know
bro. Come on
I ain't
with
the
it.
writer to this music? R. Kelly a genius. For you to copy me, my nigga? You gonna copy my music? You gonna copy me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And put your name on it? Oh, okay, I know I'm a genius. Cool, and I'm cool with that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Plaques and accolades and all this material shit that a man can make. A man can't make no spirit. A man can't make Whitney say, this the favorite song of my life. And she died thinking you produced this. You might have wrote the song, but you ain't do the music, my nigga.
He ain't do the music.
You know what I mean? So it really bothers me. I'm sure as much as what's going on in R. Kelly life is bothering him.
Crazy.
That's
for
crazy.
a nigga to you know what I mean? It's like I ain't never even talked about this on no interview. So just this conversation alone
Free
is
game.
like not even free game. This like a wake up.
Wake up. I love it, man.
Fuck,
Crazy.
like the free game is cool, but the game that you gonna have to really get from me, you gonna have to pay for. We working on a book behind the hits. And I'm explaining intense stories, guidelines, things I could have done differently, as well as what I learned from each trial and tribulation behind each song that I've done, what I had to do to get the artist in the mood, places that we've gone, as well as this R. Kelly situation, man. It just really shows me that karma is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
He got the biggest hits in the world. Like, bro, you got smashes. Like, you got hit after hit after hit after hit. For me to be in that situation and write that many hits, ain't no way in hell I'm broke. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
that's a situation I gotta like dive into the autobiography and see where he fucked up publishing wise, where he fucked up.
Something
this
went
wise,
wrong.
where you fucked up mentally, just with
I mean,
I can't even speak on
might
the
be
young,
that karma shit that you
young-
talking about though. You know what I'm
the young
saying? Like,
women.
that's a
Like,
whole
come
nother.
on, bro.
That's a
Like-
whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? So just as character,
yeah.
as a man, it shows you how that can dive into who you are career wise. Because there's a lot of people who I always encourage to be about what they say they about. Be a man of your word. Be a man of character. Be a man of honor.
Yeah.
Which are things that has nothing to do with the music, but people wonder why they can't maintain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother chapter. I'm gonna get up off of that. I'm gonna back up off
That's
of
dope, man. So it's driven you. So these types of instances have driven you to write a book. Is that what you're telling us? So
absolutely.
So how soon can we expect that? Is that something like has it been you've been working on for a while?
I'm aiming for December.
This December. Oh, so this finna happen.
Oh, can't wait. The book is done. The book is
written.
Wow,
bro. That's amazing.
I can't wait for that.
The book is written.
I can't
so
wait
now
for
we're
that.
working on book deals, publishing houses, things of that nature, artwork, graphics, dedications. Thank you.
That's fine, man. That's extra fine. Like, so that's something I want to enter to real quick. I know we got a list of things we want to talk about.
I was gonna go there too.
You know, for me, man, when I watch people like yourself, man, who's done some great things, you know what I'm saying, really getting things done in the music business, and then I look up and I'm riding down Howard Mill, and I look and I see
House of Fresh.
I see a billboard, and with pretty much right up under the billboard is a store, and I just see entrepreneurial shit, man. It's like, talk to me about that. Like, what is this something you've always wanted to do? I mean, I know, we all do music. So in music, it has its moment. It does a certain thing to you. It puts you in certain places in life. But not a lot of people still take that opportunity to grow their own, to go outside of the music and do other things. Mm-hmm. But for you to be talking about a book and for me to know about a store, what other business ventures are you into, and like what's creating that energy in your life?
What made me start a store was the fact, one of my first jobs, again, inspirations by my big brother. The fashion, always seeing him in different clothes. Yeah. All the top notch.
You stay
gear.
fresh too, by the way. We know.
And it's we get that from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Just always being fresh, having the new kicks, whatnot. And my brother. And one of my first jobs was just for feet. 15. And I got the job, and they was like, man, we're gonna put you in the combat zone. And they sold like the bullshit shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? $15, $10, like bullshit. And like, you can sell some of this shit, nigga. You can make it to the shoe deck. It's easy to sell shoes on the shoe deck. Everybody want Nikes, Reeboks, Vapor Max, and Jordans and all that shit.
Right.
So within a week, I'm the #1 salesman in the combat zone. You know what I mean? Soon as I seen mamas coming in, hey, don't you want to save some money?
Right.
Yeah. Everybody want to save some money. Man, your kid, how old is he? 13, 14? Oh, he going to grow out of those in 6 months.
Right.
You don't need to buy him no Jordans. Don't waste your money spending $200 when he going to grow out of them. Right. You need these little $15 woo. So I had everybody. All the mamas. I'm talking to the mamas. I ain't talking to the kids. Because the kids mad at me. You see what I'm saying? Oh, damn, boy. You done talked about it, getting me the Jordans. You know what I mean? But I worked my way up. And it wasn't number for a week. You know what I'm saying? And once them same kids came back to the store, guess what? I'm on a shoe deck now. Oh, see, hey, you look like your foot stopped growing. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you can make it all back here to get you some change. You know what I mean? And it's about little just being fun, having fun, understanding how to sell product. And that also allowed me to understand accessorizing and putting accessories with the shoes, putting outfits and clothes, matching things up with the socks, the sneaker cleaner, you know what I mean? And that just I was the #1 salesman. So I got started learning the importance of just hustling on the sales side. You know what I mean? And what it could do for me incentive wise. You know what I mean? Now I'm making $500 plus my regular check each month because I'm the #1 salesman. You know what I mean? And just little incentives that gave me a boost, and now I'm the go-to guy in Cordova, which was like one of the biggest first suburbs of Memphis. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like predominantly white when I moved out there, and now it's like 50-50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it just was like a whole, it was literally like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for me.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I go from the hood to man, oh my God. Yeah, totally. Hey, like, it just, you know what I'm saying? It allowed me to see another side, to see another light, to learn and to diversify myself to where I can go anywhere across the world, Asian, Indian, black, white, no matter the culture, the ethnicity. Music and fashion to me is the universal language. And that's how you speak to people in different languages, is through fashion and music.
Well, it seemed to me that confidence is the universal language when it comes to you. Like, I feel like the things that you've been saying in this interview, man, it all exudes confidence. Like, you're not afraid to walk up to a Jeezy who you might not know with a tape, or a flyer. You wasn't afraid to, go into these barbershops and let people know, listen, man, you might not know me now, but I am who I am. You know what I'm saying?
What you got to lose?
That's right. I think it's dope.
Yeah,
I think it's dope.
What do you have to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of diversity, I do want to make sure I touch on this though for our audience that's listening and watching, because people I wouldn't have known you produced some of these records if I hadn't researched it. One of my favorite records is the Rick Ross "Here I Am."
Yeah,
that record sounds totally different than a lot of what you were producing at the time. One of the best songs ever, one of his biggest songs ever. It sampled Stevie Wonder. Like, how did you come up with that particular record with the instruments and the interpolation? I think it was these 3 words. I think the Stevie Wonder song. But like, what's the story behind that? Because that doesn't sound like any trap. It just sounds. And that was also the beginning of what I've considered Rick Ross's luxurious production, his big production, because that was the first record that he kind of like really kind of went.
Yeah, started going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting a phone call from Julia Beverly.
Shout
out Julia Beverly.
Yeah,
Julia Beverly hit me up and she was like, "Yo, I got Rick Ross in the studio. He's looking for beats. We're Patchwork. Pull up." And I was like, "All right, shit, I'm on the way." And I was a fan of Ross from Every Day I'm Hustling. I saw him perform in Memphis a couple times as well as Atlanta. Yeah. And I just always said, "Damn, I want to work with dude." And I remember from Every Day I'm Hustling to his second album, I was like, man, he stepped his pen game up. Like, you could see the difference from the first album to the second album, his very second album.
Yeah.
And I just was like, damn, I wanna work with this cat. And I was like, I wanted to implement something jazz just to showcase my musicianship. And I started doing Drumma Boy Live, which is anything I do with live band, live instrumentation. You Ain't Missing Nothing was the first Drumma Boy Live placement ever, which was with T.I. and Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And the second Drumma Boy Live ever track that I ever did was Here I Am.
That's crazy.
And I got a plethora catalog of more of where that came from.
That's amazing.
That I'm excited. I got a jazz album already tucked in. I got albums that are done that I feel like I can't release until I'm like in my 40s type shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
that's
just a
though.
whole nother, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't want to skip over chapters because I feel like right now I'm in like chapter 8 or 9 of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
how many chapters you think this gonna be? Because to
my
call it
life,
chapter 8 or 9, I mean, you probably got about 16, 17, 18 chapters to come to. What are we talking about?
I'm 12 or 13 years in the game radio-wise, so I've been on the radio for about 12 years straight.
That's amazing. Congrats, too.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know a lot of people could say that shit.
I'm 10 summers plus, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Now, speaking of 10 summers, I want to talk about one of your big summer hits. I think it was like 2010, I believe. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and wrap that up. FreeGame Podcast, Airbit.
Hey, yeah.
From Drumma Boy. This week's beat break is brought to you by Airbit producer Awesome, spelled OSYM. Airbit.com is where you can find them. The title of the beat is called Back to Cali. FreeGame Podcast. Yeah. Airbit FreeGame Podcast, back with the legendary Drumma Boy. You know what I'm saying? Back on y'all. And we're talking about 10 summers, how you've been relevant for all these summers. One of your biggest hits, summer of 2010, I believe, No Hands. Let's talk about that.
It was crazy. Like Gucci, every time Gucci would get out of jail, he would lock down a studio. This particular time he got out, and it's always a celebration / family reunion. like everybody shows up when Gucci get out.
Yeah.
And this was the last time Gucci had gotten out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he booked the whole patchwork. We had the A room, we got the B room. And when Gucci get out, you got to have beats already ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I knew with him, it was going to be all about having a beat folder. He go in the studio. As soon as he got to the studio, he goes in the booth. I load up a beat folder. And the very first song we did was like First Day Out. And you could just type in First Day Out, Gucci Mane, First Day Out, Drumma Boy. And you'll actually see video footage of that First Day Out. And then the second song we did was Abnormal. Anything you do, abnormal, normal. So I knew while he was doing the hook, I was like, all right, I got about 30 minutes. And I had all my equipment set up in the B room. So that's where Wacka, Wale, Roscoe Dash, Lloyd Banks, some of everybody over in the B room, all Wacka folks and friends. So I go over there, my equipment, it's about 100 people in the B room. Anybody who been to Patchwork B room, it's kind of tight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can't even really touch my keyboard like that, but I'm making a beat while everybody just chitter-chatting.
Yeah.
Start off with the clap, start off with that, put in some hi-hats in there, and then I start going to the horns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I do the horns, it's like the chitter chatter starts to get just a little lower. Like people starting to pay attention just a little bit more. And I'm like, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting the sounds in there. You know what I mean? And the beat, I made the beat honestly in like 7 minutes. It was a video that hit World Star. It might still be on YouTube. No Hands live session. Drumma Boy cooks up beat on spot, and you had camera guys going around. So the beat was done in like 7 minutes, and I always make the beat as fast as I can when there's a whole lot of people in the room, just so I can go ahead and get the artist going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I add little hi-hats and little stuff like that after I put the beat in the system.
Yeah, right.
So I got the beat in the system. Now, as a producer, I start paying attention to who's paying attention to me. Roscoe Dash. Everybody looking at me like, man, you know, Wacka a street nigga, man. What you doing, man? Roscoe, Wale, you know, they're like, man, Wacka real street nigga, man. You know, everybody on the street, trap, because everybody, you know, hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I go hard in the paint.
Right.
You know? Everybody just caught in trap, right? And I'm like, man, like, Roscoe got the bitches. Roscoe got the hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't even know Wale. Wale talk to the bitches. Like, he got the hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody knew that because he wasn't knowing that much back then.
See, but I was familiar with Wale music at that time.
Yeah, he had a dope album.
Yeah, he had a dope album and
Attention Deficit.
And a couple dope mixtapes.
Yeah.
So I'm hip to Wale as well as Roscoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I hear what y'all saying. It's cool, but I'm not no peer pressure type, majority rules type. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna do what I think.
Real producer.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what really makes me is that I take the fucking initiative to say, hey man, I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, fuck that shit, bro. We finna do this shit regardless. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe, fuck what they talking about. Go on in the booth. Cause everybody like, man, Wacka got something. Wacka got a hook. Wacka had to, and he had an idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Wacka was like, man, let me finish writing my verse first. Go ahead. Let me see what Roscoe got.
Yeah.
Roscoe go in the booth, nigga. Every nigga who had his bitch in there,
Right.
or his girl, or any of the ladies or women who was in that motherfucker, hey man, ass start shaking, man.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? They say, nigga like, I ain't gonna lie, dog. That shit hard. Yeah, okay, nigga. Y'all hush up, man. Be quiet, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? After that, it was all a rap. Like, Wacka go in the booth, all that ass in LG. It was just like a club. It felt like the club. We felt like we was in Magic City. We felt like we was in Velvet Room. We felt like we was in the Gold Room.
Come on,
we felt like we was in Compound right there.
And when that shit hit the street, so did we.
Hey, but it was crazy because once we finished the record was a smash. Everybody in there like, man, what the fuck we just do? Damn, da, da, da. I was like, hey, Wacka. He was like, man, I don't know. What we gonna do with the record? I was like, man, we gotta leak this motherfucker, bro. I got your permission. I said, I looked Wacka in his eye. I said, man, I got your permission. bro, I'm finna leak this shit. I'm going straight to goddamn Scream. I'm going straight to DJ Drumma. I'm going straight to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Nando.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go with
Nando was one of the, I'm talking about, man, R.I.P., bro, like MLK. I could think about Greg Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DJ Infamous. Holiday. I'm talking about all the top DJs was like, boy, X-rated. Everybody like, man, what I'm talking about what I need to do, Drum. Within a week.
How this record
Interscope, Def Jam, Sony, everybody calling me for the record. And I told Wacka, I said, bro, I told you, bro, when the record broke up, it's your record. Roscoe trying to offer me 60. Wale team trying to offer me 100. Wacka, this yours, 20,000.
Yeah.
Hey man, it ain't about the money.
Yeah.
It's about the loyalty. It's about the relationships. It's about the respect. That's what people don't understand. Why I'm so consistent. Why I'm still here. Why I'm still relevant. Because I teach, I preach, and I uplift, and I make you a bankroll. How you gonna lose with me?
Can't lose. That's fire, dog.
How you gonna lose with me, bro? This is your record, Wacka. Wacka made over 30 fucking million. Man, listen. Look at the connection we do with the remix. Steve Aoki.
Yeah. It's gone,
You
bro.
go around the world.
Yeah.
It's so much longevity in one record. People don't understand it. People don't really take that and milk. Like No Hands still play today. That record is that's an example of
most of these folks
record.
ain't had no hit records, so they don't know what that means, bro. Because that was a smash, dog. It is a smash still to this day. But come on right now, bro. People turn up. It is what it is.
So it's just a blessing for people to take your advice to listen to what you say. When I told Rick Ross, hey man, Luxury Tax, which is what he was gonna come out as a third single, people forget Speeding was the first song. A Million was already blown.
Yeah.
Video, R. Kelly, all this, we already blew 1 million. Speeding. Didn't jump the album off the way we needed it to be. They come back with Boss. I'm the biggest boss that you thus far.
Dope record.
Bam, okay, come back with that. What we coming with next? Luxury Tax. I understand you did you paid Jeezy, you paid Lil Wayne, It's 3 niggas on a song. Sound great.
Yeah.
But you got 3 people on this other record, Avery Storm and Nelly. That's a whole different that these ladies gonna respect and appreciate. People forget women buy records. Women sell out arenas, not men.
Right. Facts.
Know what I mean? So as long as you cater to them, this the 3rd single. Here I Am comes out. Album sales go up. When last time you seen the album sales going up on a 3rd single?
It's usually over with by the 3rd one.
Oh, okay. Thank me later. Thank me later, man.
Come on, man. I love it.
Yeah, and the last one, you said "Thank Me Later" made me think about Drake and think about "Money to Blow" with Birdman. Still to this day, like that's I think Birdman's hardest song he ever did. Like, how did that come about?
That's Birdman first #1 as an artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hip Hop 100.
And I think Drake even shouted you out and
Get to Shaking Something because that's what Drumma produced it for.
Yeah.
Come
Crazy.
on, man.
So like, how did that song even come about?
I love it.
My street cat out of Canada, like, man, I need help blowing up this new artist out of Canada. He on Degrassi TV show. I was like, what? Degrassi? What? Degrassi? What? Degrassi? What? Never seen it in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, when he come to Atlanta, tell him call my phone. He called my phone. Hey, man, yo, this Drake, man, I'm up at Hot Beats.
That's where he was.
I pulled up. I played him 5 beats. The 5th beat was Money to Blow. The nigga went in the booth. I said, man, I like this cat. He know exactly what he want to do. He's great with hooks. I always tell people, man, if you can come up with your own hooks and you got melody behind it. If you look at the top selling artists
of all time,
Nelly, 50
they got
Cent,
melody. Yeah.
Chamillionaire went platinum on your ass, nigga, because he got down had that melody.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lil Flip went platinum. Like, you got to have melody in the hook. Ja Rule, DMX. You know what I'm saying? Even Tupac will throw in some melody. Those are the top selling artists, period. Yep. Drake came with it. I said, man, he know his hook game. He got his hooks. He did the hook, put a verse down on it. He was like, man, I don't know what else to do with it. Let's just let it sit. And it was crazy because Hot Beats had so many different fucking engineers going in and out that motherfucker. So somebody eventually leaked the session.
Yeah, right.
That shit was on the internet. Man, I ain't even, the KY ain't gonna do no shit like that. I got you, KY. I know that ain't you, man. Look, that wasn't me. He ain't gonna do that. Hey, somebody over there, we ain't gonna, somebody. Shit happens all the time. Records got leaked. Birdman stepped up, was like, I don't know what's going on with this record, but I'm gonna put me and Wayne on it.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. He asked me how much he want for the track. I was like, shit, 20. I'll tell anybody 20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And shit, Birdman had the money in my account before I could goddamn take another shit.
That's good to know.
Another one. Because you about the third or fourth producer we had on the podcast that's had good business with Birdman. Yeah. And I always say, like, well, the people we talk to always.
Yeah, I mean, it's about respect. See, when you somebody who respect that, it's no fuckery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying it has been fuckery in other places. I'm just saying with me, the money was in the account. Same thing with Rick Ross. When I told him how much it was, we were on a Triple C's project in the account. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who's the lawyer? Send him the email. Bam, the rest of history. My lawyer calls me back and say, hey, producer agreements are done. Yeah. Your check is on the way.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So you got a good lawyer. You got good management. You got a respect.
Yeah. You got good character. All
that
man,
play. What is there to worry about? I get my publishing check, money to blow, looking real good in my catalog. Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not familiar with people who haven't gotten their publishing from Birdman. Birdman is an excellent businessman with me, as well as Master P. Mm-hmm. New Orleans, they got something in the water down there. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in Atlanta. Same thing in Memphis. There's a lot of cities that's starting to get it, man. It's just about picking up that niche, picking up them business tools, that music theory, and applying yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a digital asset game now. Yeah. Everything's playlisting. Ain't no more mixtapes. Ain't no more CDs. You know what I mean? So it's about staying relevant and in tune with the knowledge. You know what I mean? And the technology.
That's it, man. Yeah,
bro, listen, this is dope.
I want to make sure though people know about your solo, because you are rapping and you put out a project and you got a roster of artists. I want people to know about what you're doing with your label and rapping and artists and stuff.
Absolutely. The latest rap project that I dropped, R.I.P. Big Bro. We did I did an album dedicated to him, My Brother's Keeper, that I dropped February 23rd, 223.
Yeah, so go check that out.
Which is actually Insane Day. That they named after him in the city of Memphis. So I'm very content with being able to deliver my fans that particular project. And then we also dropped an album called The Collective Project that showcases the roster of Drum Squad Records. You can follow us on Instagram at Drum Squad Records. You can follow me on Instagram at Drumma Boy Fresh. And let me know what you think, man. Links in the bio.
Yeah, which I do follow you. And one of the dope things I like about your page, man, is you always dropping gems, bro. You always saying something positive. You're always pointing out real things for people to pay attention to. And, I just think that when I think about what you've done and that, actually getting to sit down and talk to you for, the first time ever, really. I mean, I run into you all the time, but we ain't never really had a conversation. And then speaking to you, man, just makes a lot of sense to me why you're so successful now. You know what I'm saying? Because, people just try to figure out, is there like this special thing that people are doing? And I really think that, just having good character, man, speaks to all the success that you've had, man. I think it's a really dope thing. Everything that you've done, man, is dope, man. I salute that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You out of here already, but it's something else getting ready to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're going to be looking forward to it, man, because, this has been probably one of our best interviews, man.
Yeah,
and,
this is so good, man.
We respect you and really are big fans of your work, man. And just hearing you talk about it and how humble you are is really inspiring.
Yes.
So thank you, man. For sure.
Yeah.
I want to salute you.
Salute.
Give people their flowers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Trap,
yes,
hip hop legend in my eyes. So let's just give you your flowers, man.
Yeah, if anybody that's in Atlanta, man, can you tell them where your store is? Tell us how we can support you, man. What kind of ways can we get involved with what you're doing?
Anytime you're in Atlanta, man, you need clothes. We got the one-stop shop. A lot of guys call us. Now, what's dope about our stores, we open up for VIP celebrities. A lot of guys call us 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yo, I got a show tonight. I missed the mall. You know what I mean? I need a haircut. We got the barber license. We got a barbershop. We got the shower. So it's really one-stop shop, being able to come get chopped. We served Dolph last week. We took care of Moneybag Yo, a lot of the guys who come in town. You know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Shop. But we got all the top brands, man. All of the brands that were sending me stuff for free for so long.
Wow.
Now I'm able to open up doors and have an actual account with them and do proper business. Reggie Sanders with the Jordan account. My guys over at Nike, Puma, Champion, Reebok, Sprayground, Lacoste, MCM, Artiziano, Fila, you name the brand, we got it. Supreme, B Wood, NYC. I mean, definitely check us out, man. houseoffresh.online, at House of Fresh ATL on the Instagram. One stop shop, man. You ever in Atlanta, come shop with us.
No more. There it is.
There it is, man. Free Game Podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Free Game Podcast. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the Airbit channel right below. Just hit subscribe on the button below. Or you can go to youtube.com/airbit. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the podcast, make sure you share it. Let your friends know. Also, there's an audio version of the podcast. Look in the notes below and you'll see where to subscribe to that at.
Yeah.
Free Game Podcast.
Free game.